Welcome back to Willow and Moon. This is the place where I encourage creativity in all its forms, aiming to put it first and not the last on the list, not the last thing to do once we've done everything else, that treat. Actually, I'm finding that it sets me up for the day and it's making everything else easier too. I really hope you enjoy the video. Hello, welcome back to Willow and Moon. I'm Sam and another kind of studio come along with me vlog. Today over the weekend, I'm trying to come up with reasons or solutions to the fact that I thought it was a red kite again, that I don't have any walls in my studio. I say studio because this is a shared room, multi-purpose. There's laundry over there on the sofa. It's like a corridor. I've kind of made the best that I can out of it, but there aren't any real walls apart from this one, which has a big double door on it and then a window and then a sloping roof. So there's not really anywhere to display my artwork. There's not anywhere else to put anything. That whole wall is windows. So what I thought was I'd get this magnetic strip. This was a bit of a, I thought it was inspirational. So it's adhesive, and then I was going to stick it all along. Can you see the, down a bit, the blind runner, because there's like it's all UPVC. Some of it's a bit metal. Stick it along there, and then grab one, use these little magnetic things, which I use for my whiteboard on my desk, and stick them to that, but then stick pictures and hold them up like that so the adhesive strip stays up, and then I can display them all along there. So I did it on Friday or Saturday, got really excited because it looked really great, it looked really colourful, I was able to see my work. I always find that I've got to put it away to protect it, and then I can't get inspiration from it. It really makes no sense. You kind of need to have all of your things around you, and it's amazing how much inspiration you get from your own work. That sounds a bit weird, but it's true. So anyway, I came down on Sunday morning and it had unpeeled itself and all the pictures had fallen all over the place. Now these are super magnetic. They're really hard to get off of there, but here they're not really. They're quite weak. So I realised that the weight of this, the weight of these, and the fact that the conservatory's temperature fluctuates so much overnight, it gets boiling hot in the day like a greenhouse and then freezing cold at night, and that's enough to, anything adhesive is going to have a problem with that. So I've come up with a new solution. Fingers crossed. That's not to be disheartened. I've come up with a new solution. There's always a solution. We'll see. This could be the second attempt of 4 million, but I ordered these hooks and I thought, well, what I could do is get some S-rings, hook them over the thing, attach a split ring to it, and then attach some pegs or some clips. And then I was looking online and they have got it all as one. Look at that. So you hook it over and it's got these lovely little, that's the only problem, they are claws. I'm glad I checked because that will damage the artwork. So I'm gonna have to put a piece of, yeah, look, can you see? It's got little teeth. I'm gonna have to put a piece of cardboard either side to protect the paper, or I cut the paper a little bit bigger knowing that I'm going to trim it off. Both could work. So I'm going to try this. Wish me luck. I'm going to be standing on my desk. Hope I don't have an accident. I was going to say live on YouTube, but of course this is recorded. So wish me luck. I know you're going to tell me off for not getting a ladder. When you do these things and you think, is this a good idea? Right, let's see. I'm going to stand on the strongest bit. Might move my tea. Ooh. Swivel chairs aren't the best either, are they? Oh no. Okay, things never work out the way you think they're going to. So, I don't know why I didn't look before, but the rail, I thought it had a lip on the front. And I, for some reason, thought it was really narrow, which of course it's not, because it's got these, it's got a, oh, I'll be back in a sec. Ooh. So it's got this little rail which is kind of ridged, and you twist it to open the blinds, and I can hook them on that because we don't open these blinds at all. Occasionally we twist them, but it's quite a nice privacy blind because there's kind of a row of terrace houses there. I've got 50. You can see them, but they're not that unsightly and they're super cute. I think this could work. I'm going to put them all up and then I'll be back. So I'm down, my feet are on the ground. Can't really tell, can you? I'm a little bit frustrated that they are teethy. I thought they were going to be like cushioned, that would have been fab, but I think I'm going to test one out and see how much it bites. Oh. It does make a little dent, but I don't know if it's actually that noticeable. Do you know what, the older I'm getting, the more I'm realising that perfection is a bit dull. Having a little bit of paint splodged somewhere it maybe shouldn't be, having a little kind of indentation to show how it's been clipped up. I'm really squeezing it. God, I'm so windswept. Is it cutting it? No, it's really minimal. I don't think you'd even notice. Right, I'm going to stop worrying about that and I'm just going to do it. So, look at my hair. Oh God, windswept. Been out with Luna, been out for a walk with her. So I'm going to put some up and see. Let me go and get them. So here are the ones that I want to put up. They're on canvas paper. It's all the goddesses and it's the kind of what I've been doing recently, and I feel like I need to see it. I need to have it with me. So I'm going to put these up. Wish me luck before I go again. Oh gosh, I'm glad we're done. Look, right, let me show you. Back up a little bit. I've just been sat here looking at them with my cup of tea. I wonder if you're having a cup of tea too. Cheers to you. This is making me so happy. I'm loving the direction that I'm going. I feel like I'm getting closer to what I want. And then I've got these up there. Feel super exciting. So I've got the really wobbly camera. And I've got a little space on my wall there, Mermaid's Retreat. Again, it's just, I love that one. I've got a couple of canvases down there. I've got a little space behind there. But just having them out really makes me feel happy, and I hope that I'm giving that energy to them so that they will find their home, their forever home. Because I feel like if they're in a drawer, and I know it can't be helped sometimes, but if they're in a drawer, I feel like there's that block of energy. It's almost like I don't know if, sorry, I'm distracted. There's a massive either bird of prey, or we've got a red kite that goes around. We've got a peregrine falcon, and we've got a heron, which looks magnificent, flying across the sky. Looks like a pterodactyl or something. But yeah, it kind of blocks that energy from finding that person, because I do feel like everything is an energy. We don't buy art, some people do, but we don't buy art because we need it, because it's, you know, useful. We buy it because we can't really live without having things that make us feel a certain way. It's all about that energy, isn't it? It's all about that emotion, and that's super important. And this has given me all of the feels, and I just feel really happy with them. They look really good on the wall, and that's what I've always wanted. I know that sounds weird. Can't believe it's just coming to that realisation. Hiya! So, I've just been on a very sweaty dog walk. How long have we been? Probably about an hour. Kind of stomped. I can't believe how mild it is this time of year. It's November. I wonder if we're in for a really cold winter. Who knows? I say this every year. There are a lot of berries on the trees, which I've been told is an indication that it's going to be chilly in January and February, but who knows? So what have I been doing? I've been working out a little bit in my sketchbook skin tones. I don't know if I showed you that. So I think it's quite good to not only have the theory, but to test it out as well. So I've been doing that, and that's been helping. And then what I've done is that I've started this acrylic square, this kind of canvas square stuck to it's actually stuck. Oh, that gives a nice effect. Anyway, I've been working on this canvas square, starting with a very translucent watery base layer, letting kind of drips and splats and things come, just intuitively thinking of colours, mixing colours, and then when that's dry, going in with another layer, again just thinking about which colours are coming to mind, the kind of aquas, the blues, the pinks. I think they just go really well together with the greens and the aqua blues. And then I stood back and just saw if anything was emerging from this kind of abstract background. And then I saw, just in the way that the paint was laying down, I've used a bit palette knife as well, so there's quite a bit of texture going on. I don't know if you can see, working into the sides as well, just to give those some interest. Not on the bottom, I didn't actually do the bottom, but that's looking lovely. It's like a painting all of its own. Just the gap that was made by the abstract paint, there was actually like a face profile and a neck, so I've kind of gone with that and started working it. I'm not going to sketch anything, I'm just going to see how she emerges and just not overthink it, and just be quite playful and just see how it starts to come together. I've got my Matteson Stay Wet palette with my skin tones in, and I'm just going to carry on. I think I'm just going to spritz that. I found this water bottle spritzer that I forgot I had. I'm just going to spritz a fine mist over the top, keep it wet. And I think what I might do to end the video, because I don't know how long this is already, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, just sneezing. I think I might film a little bit for you, just in my imperfect, haphazard way. I'm hoping it will just be a little bit of push-pull, a little bit of almost sculpting with the paint, just seeing who comes through. I'm not really using a reference photo. I'm going with what I've learned about proportions and where they are. I might need to double check a few things, like the nose, just where it is and where the shadows are. But I'm just going to see who emerges and take it at that. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're doing really well. And yeah, keep painting, keep creating, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. I first of all wanted this to be a real-time section, but actually I realised how much time I spend thinking and fiddling around with my palette, so I really wanted to just explain a little bit about what I'm doing. Skin tones, I'm still learning. I can mix quite a good skin tone now, but it's getting that real soft gradient between the shadows and the highlights. I'm a little bit too contrasty, and you can see here under the nose and around the eyes and the chin. I think it's important to get those shadows in just to mark in where everything goes, but I feel like I need to do a better job at not necessarily blending, because I really do like that blocky look, and I want to be loose. I don't want to be as tight as I have been before. I don't want to come away from my painting session feeling stiff and having a crick neck. I want to be loose, but suggestive, I suppose, suggestive of realism, but not polished and tight like I've always been before. And this is a really different area for me. I'm excited by it, but I'm finding it quite uncomfortable. I wonder if you can relate to that. And I'm learning a lot from making so many mistakes, but the only way to learn and the only way to grow is to do it, to work through the fact that you're not going to be very good to begin with. There are going to be aspects that work and aspects that really don't work and that go completely wrong, and you feel like you have to paint them over and over again. But I'm feeling that it's just something you need to work through, and starting to enjoy that process, not fight it. Actually enjoy the learning and the takeaways from every session. And see, I've gone in really heavy with a highlight there. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I've got to say, this is the freest I've ever felt. This is probably the most fun I've ever had with paint, and it's not perfect, and that to me is the key.